Welcome to my channel. This is your brother ekfrimpongtheteacher, the teacher, and today on dating we are looking at medicals. In fact, most of the times most couples think that it's at the pre-marriage counseling stage that you have to do medicals, or when you're about to go to church and meet the elders who will now assign you to a counselor. That is the time to do medicals. At that point, I believe it is too late, because at that point you guys have already fallen in love. You guys are already convinced about each other. You have even started thinking about your future plans together. You have even made certain commitments together. You have maybe visited the family already and have taken the list. You are well advanced already, about some few days left for the two of you to marry. And at that stage, when anything medically goes wrong, you tend not to agree with the medical experts, and then you want to still carry on with the marriage, although you are not medically fit for each other. So I believe that this is the third video on the series dating. We discussed what courtship and dating was all about. On the second video, I told you to open the book of records as you begin to grow love for each other. The third thing you must do immediately is to check your medicals. You have to go for a medical compatibility check. You have to check whether you are medically fit for each other. That is very, very, very important, because if the medicals go wrong and you guys have already reached the final stages of the relationship, where you are almost about to get married, it is difficult for you people to retract and break up. You will need a lot of counseling to agree that you have to break up. And that is a difficult stage. That stage is very emotional. Therefore, I advise you that check your medical compatibility at third month of dating. After you have started dating, in your third month or 3 months after the dating, you have to go and check your medical compatibility. Check whether you are medically fit for each other, whether the two of you not give birth to a sickle cell child, whether you are both negative or you are both positive. If one is negative, one is positive, you need to be advised as to the medical conditions and the problems you have with childbirth and miscarriages. Therefore, they will have to inject your wife antibodies, or they have to inject you. Forgive me, I'm not a medical expert. So when you go to the hospital, they will take you through those things. If one is negative and one is positive, that means there should be an injection for the woman to be able to carry the husband's blood type, whether positive or negative. So when you go, the medical experts will take you through that. I will try and elaborate more on it, but you have to check your circling status. You have to check your blood group types to know whether the two of you are well suited for each other. Then there are other medical checks they will run. The doctors will counsel you and take you through whether there is any fear in the future, or whether the two of you will be okay. There are some that needs that you have to halt the dating immediately. You have to cancel it, especially some, like if the two of you will end up giving birth to a sickle cell child, or if the two of you will give birth to sick children and stuff like that. I don't know whether there is a way to be able to trace autism in between couples, but I'm not sure that is possible. But if that is possible, do those checks. Sometimes it's not because the two of you don't love each other, it's because when you give birth to such children, they affect the family emotionally, and it will get to a point that the two of you will think that it was a mistake, or you didn't take the right decisions. So you have to prevent it now. So it's better we know all these things. You don't necessarily need to go for a medical checkup if you if you very well know your medicals, you know your second status, you know your blood group and all that, and you understand what will happen if you marry someone on the other side. If you don't understand, please seek counseling, please seek guidance, go through the medical process, and now be comfortable that your medical compatibility is correct. If that one is accurate, the relationship can continue. So I advise you, as you are dating and courting, that after the first 3 months of courtship, you should go 3 or 6 months, go for a thorough medical checkup on your compatibility to be sure that you won't have any problems in the future, and it will not affect the marriage anyway, so that the two of you will live happily ever after, or be able to resolve or reduce the problems you may face in the marriage. The marriage itself has its own problems already. So we need to reduce those things that are within our control. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, and invite people to join the family. Share the videos to those who need them, and let's meet same time next week. Ciao.